In this video, I will be reviewing the Dao Vua Classic V2 Santoku with leaf spring steel. Hello guys, I'm ChefPanko and I used to work in a Japanese restaurant. Make sure to subscribe to know more about cooking and knives. Before we start with the review, I want to go over some disclosures. The Dao Vua Classic V2 Santoku has been sent over by Dao Vua for a review. However, all opinions in this video are my own without outside influence or contracts. If you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up since that will help the channel a lot. Now with the disclosures away, let's start with the video. We got 9 categories to talk about in this knife review. The first one is the aesthetic and specification of the Dao Vua Classic V2 Santoku. The Dao Vua Classic V2 Santoku comes with a mono steel construction and a blacksmith finish. The steel is a leaf spring carbon steel that is not stainless and will react very quickly once used, and you will form a patina. The blade length is 165mm measured from the heel towards the tip. While Dao Vua did not specify the Rockwell hardness, the Rockwell was fluctuating with the knife samples that I received. The Rockwell fluctuated between 59 to 60 with my review samples. The knife thickness is 1.8mm measured above the heel and 1.6mm in the middle. The handle shape is a rectangular octagonal shaped handle. The knife is nicely sealed into the handle. In terms of the comfort and feel of the Dao Vua handle, you will notice that the handle feels bigger due to its rectangular shape. Therefore, the gripping style and your hand size will determine the comfort levels of this handle. If you have a small hand size, the handle might feel a bit big. The Santoku profile of the Dao Vua Classic V2 has a hybrid Santoku profile that is suitable for a forward chopping or cutting motion, but it still keeps a slight curve so that you can rock on things like herbs. I recommend a pinch grip for a Santoku knife where the thumb and index finger determine the balance point. Because it is a Santoku, I want a middle balance point at the point where I grip the knife. The balance point of this knife is at the point where the blade meets the handle. However, due to the point of balance, my pinch grip is exactly at the edge of the handle, causing some discomfort on my thumb and index finger. If I adjust my pinch grip towards the blade, the balance point will shift, making the knife handle heavy. If I pinch grip at the handle, the knife becomes front heavy. Therefore, the balance point of this Santoku from Dao Vua is in an odd position in conjunction with the handle design. The Dao Vua Classic V2 Santoku has a leaf spring carbon steel which is very reactive and will form a patina very fast. This also means that certain food types will turn brown very fast on the first few uses. If you plan to store the pre-cut food in the fridge, the food will turn brown if the knife still needs to form a patina. While Dao Vua did not specify the Rockwell, the samples I got fluctuated from a Rockwell of around 59 to 60. The sharpness out of the box was quite decent, but slightly inconsistent. The out of the box sharpened angle was around 20 degrees on this review sample. Once sharpened, the edge will hold quite decently and will last you around 4 to 5 months with regular honing sessions in between. Due to the very reactive steel, you will notice that it will discolor on first use, which is expected of this type of steel. If not cooked, you will notice a metallic aftertaste. The aftertaste will be less once you start using the knife more and more. The knife is still on the rough side. The knife profile taper has some low and high spots, the spine is slightly crooked, and there are some other minor details that vary from knife to knife. Despite the flaws, Dao Vua made some major improvements with the Dao Vua Classic V2 compared to their first version. The Santoku balance point is very questionable in conjunction with the handle design for a Santoku, and I hope that they can fix the point of balance. The handle is very nice, but might be less comfortable for those with a small hand size due to the rectangular shape handle. If you like the first version, then this version will not disappoint, since they fixed some of the major problems that they had with the first version. However, the balance point of the Santoku is odd, and that is something you have to consider before making a decision on the Santoku version. If you expected a flawless knife, then this knife is not for you, since the knife does come with some minor flaws. Because of the highly reactive non-stainless steel, I recommend that you coat the knife with some oil if you don't plan to use the knife as often to prevent it from rusting. Or you have to force a strong patina to protect the knife from rusting. Make sure the knife is dry and stored in a dry place. That's it for this video. If you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up. If you want to know more about cooking and knives, please subscribe and hit the bell to get notified. If you have any questions or other opinions, leave them in the comment section below. Thank you for watching and I see you in the next video.